I'm Les. This is the Proaim Flo slider. Proaim sent this to me to use and review. Very much appreciate that. And let me tell you about it. The Flo is a heavy-duty 4-foot slider. If you've used the 𝗏𝗏 or Proaim's 𝗡𝗶𝘁𝗃𝗿, it functions pretty similarly. The main difference is everything's kind of built into this one. There's nothing to really put together besides your fluid head. It's all built in. You just take it out of the case, plop it down, and use it. And here's some of the basic specs. It has a 20 kilogram, 44-pound payload. It can hold some pretty heavy camera builds. In the case, it comes with a 100mm bowl, 150mm bowl, and a Mitchell mount plate. So you can put really any kind of fluid head on here. You can put like a giant O'Connor with a Mitchell mount, or you can put really any 150mm bowl fluid heads. Gives you some variety. This thing weighs about 37 pounds. It's made of high-grade CNC aluminum. It's really sturdy. There's no like sagging or bending. My 𝗓𝗃𝗵 is about, with everything on it, it's about like 35 pounds or so. And this thing holds up just fine. Nothing sags or bends on it. So 44-pound payload, I think is accurate. The sliding action is nice and smooth. It's got 8 polycarbonate wheels with ball bearings. They're pretty much the same type of wheels as the 𝗏𝗏s and 𝗡𝗏𝗃𝗿s, so if you've used those, it feels the same. They're smooth. Now, one pretty cool feature of the Flo slider is the magnetic stop. So at both ends, there's magnets and magnets on the carriage itself. And when it gets to the end, it kind of dampens and bounces back. So it doesn't just smack into the end. So if you're doing back and forth sliding, you can stop nice and slow. That's pretty cool, I like that. Now here's some of the other features. It has a tension adjustment for the carriage, for how much resistance you want for the slide. So that's handy to have. It has a brake for the carriage, and of course the leveling bubble on the carriage itself. That's handy to have. And each leg of the slider has individual height adjustment. So if you're on an uneven or bumpy surface, you can level it out. The slider comes in a padded bag with everything you need in it. The various plates and bowls, Allen keys, all that stuff. It all fits inside this bag. There's a number of ways you can mount and use the Flo slider. The simplest way is to just plop it down on the surface. That's usually what I would do. Just put it on a table, a countertop, the floor, the ground, level it out, slide away. That's the simplest way to use it. You can also mount it to anything with a Mitchell mount or a 150mm bowl. I currently have it mounted on the Proaim gravity stand with a Mitchell tie down. You can also put it on like a 𝗡𝗶𝘁𝗿 on the bazooka, on the 𝗶𝗫 or 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗵, anything with a Mitchell mount or a 150mm bowl. You can also put it on stands on either side. It's got 1/4-20 and 3/8 and the holes for baby pins. So you can set it on stands from either side if you wanted to. So there's a number of ways you could use this thing. It's pretty versatile. Now I think the couple of main benefits of this Flo slider is convenience and using it with a dolly. So like if you don't have the crew or the time to build something like a Polaris or the 𝗏𝗏, you can just take this out of the bag, take it out of your truck, your van, just plop it down, put the head on, put the camera on, and you're good to go. So it's convenient. And if you're using a 𝗶𝗫 or a 𝗶𝗏𝗃𝗿, a 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗿, something like that, you can put this on the boom arm of the dolly and it'll give you another degree of movement. So to sum it up, the Proaim Flo slider is just really heavy duty and convenient. It's well made, the materials are good, it's put together well. It seems really durable. I expect it'll last a good while. So thanks again, Proaim, for sending this. I'm glad to have it in my kit, and I hope you found this helpful.